Hey everybody, it's Connie with Connie's Crafty Corner. Um, Today I'm going to show you guys some whips, but before I do that, I got another comment about how washed out and how light my videos are because of, and it's hard to see the colors of that's my hair, the projects that I'm showing you guys. So I'm trying something totally different. If anybody walked in and seen what they saw, they'd think I was crazy. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I've got my window curtain shut, which I thought would be the best lighting to use because that's all I've been using is natural light. And I got the lights in here turned off, and it's just the ring light. So we'll see. I don't know if this is going to work. You guys, if you ever had just a hot mess day, I have filmed 4 videos, and they were 2 that were repeats. So I filmed 2 videos and had to film them twice because I was trying out that cinematic setting to see if that would do anything better as far as the brightness of my videos. And when I went to upload them, oh my gosh, they were all crazy. It was like they were possessed. They were just jumping around and everything. But let's get back to what this video is about. It's about the works in progress that I've got going on. I'm looking around because I've filmed so much. I want to make sure I have everything together. Before I left to go on my trip, which was wonderful, we had an amazing time relaxing, took naps every day. I did not realize how tired I was. But anyway, I'll tell y'all all about that in another video sometime because I'm limited on time, let me tell you right now. But I started just a couple things. And when I got back, I literally had no crojo. I had no interest in doing anything because of one project that I had been working on before I left, and then picked it up on Saturday after we got back on Friday. And I got so frustrated with it that I thought, ugh, I'm just done. I'm not going to do anything for a while. But I'm going to show you that project first because I literally am mad at it. Okay, I'm using this yarn. I've got 3 of them. And it's the Hobie 88, the rainbow cotton. And it's a number 3. Wait. Oh gosh, now I can't see anything because it's so dark. Number 2. It's a number 2. So I got these 3 colors. Okay. And I thought that that would be just perfect to make that snake. Let me show you guys. It's in this book, the snake. Right there. I didn't use quite that dark of a green, but you know, when you're doing a craft project, you have freedom of expression, so I just went with it. And it's 3 donuts out of 5 for the level of hardness, the level of difficulty, that's the word. And it's this book I showed you guys, didn't I? The one that Llama Mama Kayla influenced me to give. I was loving it so much. I got it mainly for the little Yoda. Well, they call it an alien monster, I think, but it's Yoda to me because my son is a huge Star Wars fan. I thought that'd be perfect because they're going to try to have a baby next year. And even if they don't ever get to have a baby, I will make this for him because he loves all things Star Wars. But anyway, I started the donut, and when I got back from my trip, it was time to start stuffing it. And once I stuffed it and sewed the little icing cap on it, I realized you could see so bad through the yarn, the stuffing, that it looked horrible. And so I'm digging out the pieces. And so I decided, well, I'm going to have to go down in hook size because I was using a lightweight yarn and it calls for a DK. I was using the size hook they recommended and just not thinking because it was looking good when I was crocheting it. So I decided to go to I think they called for a 4, and I went to a 2.75, I believe is what I used. And of course I didn't write it down. You know, when this year started, I was doing so good. I weighed all my projects because I was wanting to keep up with how much yarn I was using. I wrote down hook size, pattern, whether I liked it, did I do any changes. When Mom came, I kept it up about a month, and I have not done it since. That's been about 2 months I hadn't done that. But this is the little donut part. Right there with the little icing, and you just sew the little drip, crochet the little drips. And then here's the head. And you can use safety eyes or crochet them on, but I just made little knots with like, I think 2 single crochets and then just kind of knotted it around. And it's actually got some striping on the neck. I just got it covered. And then here's the tail. Right there. Now, where I come, and there's these little things too. These little triangles, and you trim it with yellow, like with a chain stitch, and you sew it down. But where I'm running into trouble is sewing it together, and here's why. I've got a problem with wanting everything to be perfect, and that's ridiculous because nothing I make is perfect. But when I'm doing something like sewing something down like that, I because I hadn't got a picture showing how they did it. I mean, I know how to sew stuff down. I mean, sewing was my first love, you know, but they want the head to go this way, okay? And then the tail will come out this way, and then you just sew the little scale things on it. But when I look and I see, you know, when you go to sew that on, my goodness, it's just going to be a big lump on the back. And maybe that's what they wanted. I don't know, but actually more of the green shows from the front. And I thought maybe you just tried to sew it under that donut piece. Maybe that's what I should have done. But anyway, what I'm going to do, but I worked on this for 2 days because I was so frustrated because, Lord have mercy, that tail, my poor mama, she asked me 500 questions while I was doing this tail. And even though I used stitch markers, see how the color changes, I got so confused. I had to do the tail like 3 times, and that's ridiculous. Look how big it is. But anyway, this is going to go on the back burner for now because I got so frustrated with that I just thought I was going to lose my mind. So let me show you what I took to work on with the cruise. Now, I made one of these out of peaches and cream, and I liked it better than the way this one turned out. And the reason is, I think it's the color of the yarn I'm not liking. I love the color of the yarn, but the way, you'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, now, this one's not, I have not woven in any ends. This was inspired by Lisa at Happy to Hook Creations. She was making these for a craft show, and I thought that is just the coolest idea. And I need something quick and easy that I don't have to follow a pattern while I'm, you know, gone, because I didn't want to carry a pattern with me. But it's these little shower loofahs. Now it looks better than what I remember when I first made it. They're a little misshapen because I packed them for on the way home. But here's one. And I made another one, if I can find it. I'll show you the yarn I used in just a second. Oops, I left some long yarn tails. You know, I worked forever on an Afghan for my daughter. It was beautiful. It was so pretty. And she washed it, and the first time she did, I used Magic Circle. One of them came out. I don't even want to talk about it. And well, 2 of them, actually. But I didn't know what I was doing. Here's the other one. So here's both of them together. See, one of them's a little bigger because I used 2 different patterns. And the thing is that there's one pattern that I use that I don't know where it came from. It's where you do the little circle, not the magic circle, but you chain like 4, I think, or 5 maybe. I can't remember. And you put in 25 single crochets and you work off that. I'll try to find that pattern and link it, but the one I prefer is the one that Creative Grandma does. It's where you do the chain circle and you put in 15 half double crochets and you work off it. And I wonder if this one's the one. Yeah, this one, the one that turned out a little bigger, is the one from her. And I just like it better. Now, I used this yarn, the Karen Cotton Ripple Cake, for this. And the reason I did is because it's a larger amount of yarn, and I would just have to take 1 skein. By the way, the color's Wildflowers, and it is 100% cotton, and it's a number 3 weight, and it has 240 grams and 491 yards. I like the one with the peaches and cream better. I used a variegated, I think it was greens and teals, but I gave it to my sister, so I don't have to show you guys. But I started a washcloth also, and on camera, these look better. In person, it just looks like an older, used washcloth. Does that make sense? How it fades a little bit and doesn't look as good, but that's a little brighter. It's just my typical lemon peel. And here's the ball of yarn. I didn't show you guys that. There's ball, yeah, this is a cake. I'm sorry. There it is. Y'all can see how dark it gets behind me when I cover up. I hope this turns out, because I am not filming this again. I hope you guys understand I am a 100% work in progress. But I took this with me. I'm going to make up some more in the peaches and cream, or sugar and cream, or whatever it is I've got. Let me look. Hold on. Well, no, forget it. I'm too short. And my shirt's riding all up, and y'all don't want to see what's all down there. So, anyway, that's my second work in progress, okay? The next one is, let's see. I'm missing one, the one that's my favorite. I left it upstairs. I cannot believe this. This day, I'm telling you, maybe I shouldn't be filming today, but anyway, I'll show you another one. And I'll go upstairs and get that because that's the one I'm most proud of. Look at this hot mess of yarn from me pulling this out and showing it to you guys. Look, that's terrible, isn't it? Now, this is all dishy. I told you guys I'm participating in the Spook Your Spring Mal make-along with Happy Crafty Homemaker. And I chose to make this set of mug rugs as one of my projects that I'm doing. Those are so cute. Now, see the size scale for the mug sitting over there, and you have the picture on one side and where you set the mug on the other. Well, me and my not paying attention this, and really lack of colors, I just went with what I had, started using this dish, which classifies as a worsted weight or a number 4. I can't say that word for some reason, y'all. I'm trying to wind this up while I talk. And the pattern calls for a DK. It actually calls for Omega Stefana Light DK. Is that from Hobby Lobby? It seems like I saw that at Hobby Lobby, or I could be completely crazy. Anyway, and I tried to make it work. It's ridiculous how big mine is, but I'm going to show it to you. Mine is like 2.5 inches bigger. Here's the base. Now, keep in mind, I'm not using this as a mug rug. I will use this as just decoration to lay out on my coffee table at Halloween. I do that with a lot of things. So, excuse me. This is the base. This is the first one I got done. I got this actually finished, this part, before I went on my cruise. And here's the, got a needle stuck in it. Here's the pumpkin, the part I've got finished so far, and I'm in love with him. He is so cute. Now, I had to add rows to make him fit. I mean, this thing's just so off pattern, it's not even funny. And the mouth, I'm not even going to be able to show y'all this mouth. It is so funny. It's just a little string, you know, that you add the little single crochets or whatever that is. And you'll end up sewing it on there, and it'll have the little teeth pointing down, you know. So I've got that one done. I haven't started the Frankenstein or the Black Cat, but I am going to do those because when she said, you know, to count as a project, you know, if you want to make cards, which I am making some cards also, you know, she don't want to see just one card. You have to put in a little bit more work than that. So I thought I'd try to do all 3. This is not a priority. The other thing is more of a priority. And the cards. I really want to get the cards done. I always have such good intentions. And for 2 or 3 years, I sent in cards out for everything. And I've really fallen off, especially with this last move that we made. We've been here 2 years, and I don't think I've sent more than 10 cards. And I used to send, oh, Lord, a ton. Okay. The next thing I've got going on, it's called the Universe. Wait, let me look at this. It's the Universe Shawl by Hobie. It's a free pattern on their website. And I was in a yarn swap with Lisa from Happy to Hook Creations. And she this was part of the yarn swap. See, I hate that ring light. It leaves a glare, but I think y'all might can see it better. And there's the yarn. She gave me 2 skeins of this. And I don't know if y'all remember when I opened this, I immediately thought Halloween. And I've got some Christmas skeins of this stuff. And this stuff is a nightmare to work with. It really is. I started several projects with the Christmas, and I just put them up. It would get so knotted. You know, it's that kind of I think it's a woven. I don't know if you guys can tell. And it's got the glitter, which is super soft. I mean, it's amazingly soft. But when you crochet it, you can feel the glitter. But when it's crocheted up, you can't really tell it's there. But I thought, I'm determined to use this. I'm not going to let this yarn beat me because I love the color of it for Halloween so much. So I went looking for a pattern, and I started just a typical triangle shawl because I really wanted the yarn to be the design, and it was a nightmare. I could not find those little places to crochet into because this is the #1 yarn. And by the way, it is a 98% acrylic and 2%, I think it's other because it's the glitter. Hold on, I'll tell you. No, I told you a story. It's a 98% acrylic and 2% polyester. But I found this pattern, the Universe Shawl, on the Hobie website, and it's an open corner to corner stitch. And y'all, it's amazing for this kind of yarn. And I will be using my Christmas yarn for this. And I keep pulling stitches out every time I try to show you guys. I just pulled out more. But here it is so far. And do y'all think that looks like a green right there? It looks like a dark green. I thought it was gray, but it's more of a grayish green. But this is pretty much the repeat of the color because the next one, you can see what the next one's going to turn into. And I'm using a 3.5, I believe. Yeah, 3.5 clover. But this is what I've got used as the first one. I may go into the second one, I don't know. But I absolutely think that's beautiful. Look at the glitter. It is so pretty. Oh, I love it. I think this looks Halloween to me. Y'all, I've tried knitting with this, which sometimes knitting for me is easier with a hard yarn. I hate this for knitting. This is wonderful. Because the only time you got to really concentrate on getting into a stitch is when you do the chain 6 to do the turn for the corner to corner. Other than that, you're working in chain spaces. Okay, I have got to run upstairs, which I can't believe I'm going to do because I'm lazy. And I'm going to get that other pattern that I got for you guys to see because that's my favorite thing. Not pattern, project. Because this is my favorite thing I've been working on. I'll be right back. Hey, you guys, I'm back. I had to get Mama something to drink and do a few other things while I was up there. But this one is my favorite thing I'm working on. I started it last night. No, maybe, let me think. I know I started it yesterday. I don't know what time. It's the Round Ripple Crochet Baby Blanket, the Sunburst pattern by Jada & Stitches. And I saw where somebody, oh gosh, had used this pattern. Anyway, now this is unconventional for a baby, but my daughter is unconventional. And she's not going to be the baby blue, and if she had a little girl, the baby pink. That's just not her. So I think she'll love this. I'm making it mainly for like a little play mat, a blanket you can lay down and they can just, play on to keep them off the floor, But I'm using the Mary Maxim anti-peel stripe, and here's the color. And let me see if this has a color. Now, I don't think you can find this anymore, though. I got this in a kit. It's just called Blues. And as per normal, I didn't make the pattern in the kit. But I'm so glad I saved it because I love how this turns. It's beautiful. Look at that. Well, let me show you the good side. It is so, I love how this is turning out. And it's that anti-peel, so she'll be able to throw it in the washing machine and dry it and not worry about it. I guess you can dry it. I better check because I'll have to tell her. It's dryable, machine washable and dryable. It says, okay, it says to wash for 2 minutes and dry for 5. We'll see how that works out. But I just love this. I think this turned out so pretty. And I'm telling you guys, I remember Summer from Summer Tips and Stitches talking about if you get the center part, close to the same color, it'll work out. And, I'm weird when it comes to color control. I'm not a huge color control person, but I do like it to be as much as possible. I like the sequence of colors, more or less. But I think this just turned out great. I love it. And this is, I've got this much left. And I'll tell you why it's rolled up. Out of the first, no, this is the part I had to cut out. I'll tell you about that in a minute. I got this much left. I had to roll it up so it's fixing to turn into that blue. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. I was just crocheting along, and all of a sudden it went from one abrupt color change to the other, and it had been tied together. And I thought, did I do that when I had started a baby blanket? It wasn't going to be enough yarn. I don't know if I showed you guys or not. And then I'm making another baby blanket using it, but I think this will work out better than the other pattern I was using. But anyway, And because the color change was so crazy, I mean, it just gave me this little bit of one color, maybe about that much, and then it just jumped into something that was totally off sequence. So I just cut it out. And I thought if I can use it at the end, fine. If not, it'll be a scrap. So, but anyway, I love this. You know, this will be for my grandson, who I cannot wait to meet in about 19 weeks, if she goes full term. I'm using a 4.0. I guess the purple one's 4.0. I can't read it because I got it too dark in here. Crochet hook. And I'm loving this. It's perfect for watching television, you guys. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. Now, let me ask you guys. I feel like I'm filming this and it's going to look awful because of how dark I've got it in here. But I think the colors may be showing up better. And I won't know until I go put it on the computer and try to upload it. Because I film on my phone. I film on an iPhone 13. I tried it on the cinematic setting for the last set of videos I did, and they were horrible. I couldn't get it to focus. I changed everything. I finally got it focusing okay, but when I went to upload it, it was jerky and just, it was horrible. I don't know what went wrong. So I thought, you know, I don't care. I'm going to go back to the old way. I'm just going to try to change the lighting. I hope I'm showing up. I know I look like I'm in a dark room, but we'll see. If this don't work, I may have to move back upstairs. I do prefer filming upstairs, but the mess I leave up there, you know, with all my projects all around waiting to film, you know, I used to sit stuff over on the couch and say, okay, this will be what I film in my next video. It was getting on Mama's nerves, and she would walk in half dressed, and oh, it was just a mess. That's why I moved down here. But anyway, everybody have a good day. I hope I don't appear too low energy. I'm really in a good mood. It's just later in the day. And like I say, I have been doing this all day on and off because I keep messing everything up. But I'm happy to be back. And I got so much I want to share with you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video. And I am going to go ahead and film another video because Mom's watching a movie and she's good right now. So I'll see you guys. For me, it'll be just in a minute, but I'll see you guys at my next video. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.